at thezone1059.com.
Here we go. Let's roll. Here we go. It's a Wednesday here in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau Insurance, go with the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau Insurance all across the great state of Mississippi. And listen, there's lots of ways for you to be a part of the show. I hope you will be. The live stream is fired up and going over here on Facebook and YouTube and X, formerly Twitter. Over on the socials. The Soch. We're supposed to shorten everything down, right? Over on good old social media. All right. So, yeah, you can comment there. Just drop a comment. Post it, and I'll see it all in one nice, neat column. We'll pop it up on the screen. You can also text me and call me. I'll give you those numbers. The text line, the country pleasing text line, 885-3776. That's a 601 number, 885-3776. And you can call me on the Junction phone line. Junction delis all across the state of Mississippi, paired up with Prince Oil Company, fueled by Prince Oil Company. They've been fueling central Mississippi since 1960. The number to call is 897-1059. 897-1059. Prince says he's going to call in on the Junction phone line just to call me soft because I don't like the NBA. See, but that's called projecting, Prince. I mean, I didn't pull what Paul Pierce pulled, faking an injury, pretending to be hurt. It's because his feelings were hurt. Now, you know, I admit there's things they don't call in other leagues, but that traveling stuff is out of hand. It's out of hand. They need to fix it. Gene commented on Facebook and said, Batman Wyatt. He's referencing the Bats story. That's the new Mississippi Outdoors podcast. It came out today. Every Wednesday, there's a brand new one, 52 weeks out of the year. There's a brand new Mississippi Outdoors podcast for Mississippi Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. And the one that came out today, we were talking about bats with a bat expert in the state of Mississippi. Here's what he's talking about right here.
What kind of bats do we have in Mississippi?
We have 14 species of bats. They're all the Vespertilionidae. They all eat insects.
14 different species. And if they're eating insects, I'm assuming that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. They're eating about half, or they're eating their body weight in insects at night.
Wait a minute.
And
every night?
Yeah, one night they're eating their body weight in insects.
Okay, time out. You're saying every bat in Mississippi eats its weight in insects every night?
Probably so, yeah. I mean, yeah.
That is incredible. Okay, because the inverse of that would be if I close my eyes and think, well, what if we didn't have any bats? How many insects would we have?
We'd have a lot more insects, a lot more mosquitoes.
Yeah, you got to go hear all that because it's really fascinating. Things I didn't know. That's the all new Mississippi Outdoors podcast, season 2, up and going. And today's interview is over there. You can just go to mdwfp.com or look up Wildlife and Fisheries on social and on YouTube. Look up Mississippi Outdoors on YouTube. It'll be there. Also, Apple Podcasts. Listen, though. All right, listen. It's not bats that we need to talk about. And I know it's not sports related, but we have to talk about the big story in Mississippi yesterday.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Yeah,
People say we monkey around.
the monkeys.
We're too busy singing.
The monkeys that got loose on the highway. Did y'all see that story? I want to check in real quick with Beaver. Good old buddy, old pal Beav. This is the kind of story I'm sure he caught wind of at some point yesterday. Come in, Beaver. Come in, Beaver. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, listen. Here's Here's the story if you didn't see it. A number of monkeys were destroyed after they got loose yesterday in Jasper County, Mississippi on I-59. 75 miles east of Jackson, it says. This is according to the Jasper County Sheriff's Department. They got rid of them. Okay. The vehicle's driver told deputies that the primates posed a threat to humans, that they were aggressive, that they had hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID, and that they would require personal protective equipment to handle these monkeys. Now, that's what the Sheriff's Department said on Facebook. Quote, the driver of the truck told local law enforcement that the monkeys were dangerous and posed a threat to humans. We took the appropriate actions after being given the information from the person transporting the monkeys. Now, they said that these monkeys on this truck, I-59, Jasper County, north of Laurel, were being hauled from Tulane University. What I want to know is, where were they being hauled to? Why can't I find any story anywhere that tells me where these monkeys were going? Now, they telling me they're coming from Tulane. Where to? In a social media post, Tulane said that its National Biological Research Center provides primates to other research organizations to, quote, advance science, and that the monkeys in question were not infectious. Then, in a statement last night, the University of Tulane said that, or Tulane University said that the monkeys belonged to somebody else, a third party, quote, unquote. Y'all, listen to me. This doesn't add up. The statement last night from Tulane said, the primates in question belong to another entity, and they have not been exposed to any infectious agent. The non-human primates were not being transported by Tulane, but we are actively collaborating with local authorities and are sending a team of animal care experts to assist. Now, let me ask you a question. When you're writing a statement, when you're going to put out a statement about monkeys on the loose, you're Tulane. You're a highly thought of, esteemed academic institution. Why do you feel the need to call them non-human primates? I'm reading it. None of this adds up. The Sheriff's Department didn't specify how many monkeys there were. Said they weighed about 40 pounds each. They were on the truck. Truck turns over, out they go. Pictures and video exist. Sheriff's Department said one of the animals was still missing in an update. After officials from Tulane were later on able to get inside the truck and get a correct count, they determined 3 monkeys remain on the loose. The Sheriff's Department in Jasper County warned the public about this crash on I-59 about 9:30 a.m. yesterday. Now, let me pause right there and tell you what happened. I'm bebopping along, and we have the show yesterday. I didn't hear a word about it. I didn't hear one word about it at 9:30 when they supposedly alerted people, or during this show yesterday from 12 to 2 p.m., hours after this update went. And none of y'all saw it. I didn't either. And when we got off the air, Annabeth sends me a screenshot of the story about the monkeys getting loose on I-59 and being infectious with COVID and hepatitis C, shared by somebody reputable. I texted her back, and Jason and Flagstaff, this is especially for you to hear, because it's the second time I've done this in a week. I texted her back and said, and I quote, I don't believe that for 1 second. It's the second time in a week that something has come along that I'm like, that's fake. That's fake. There's no way. That's fake. That's a fake. There's no way that's real. It's fake. Both times it was true. The first time, it was last week, the story about the SEC suspending that referee. I'm like, nah. Yep. And this time it's about monkeys on the loose. In the heart of the Pine Belt.
Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down.
But none of it makes any sense. Gene says on Facebook they were taking the monkeys to Florida. No. Gene, these came from Tulane, New Orleans, Louisiana. Under no circumstances on any map is Jasper County, Mississippi on the way to Florida. They weren't taking them to Florida. Danny on YouTube said, monkeys on the loose? I'm a believer. I did not believe it when Annabeth sent it to me yesterday. Here's what I need, just like in lots of cases. It is a guarantee that we got folks listening right now to this show who have some details. I need to know what you know, because this story that they're passing around here, none of this stuff adds up to me. It does not add up. The sheriff's department said, here, I'm back on the story now, said it contacted an animal disposal firm to take the carcasses at the scene. It also said Tulane would send a team to pick up the monkeys that remained caged and did not escape. Listen, Tulane's coming back to get them. They came from Tulane. They weren't going to Florida. No way. Then the headline, one of the headlines says, escaped monkeys destroyed after Mississippi police are mistakenly told that they are a danger. Let me give you some more information that adds fuel to the fire. That none of this adds up whatsoever. Listen to me. This little nugget right here in the story. The vehicle's driver told deputies that the primates posed a threat to humans, that they were aggressive, that they had hep and herpes and COVID, and that they would require personal protective equipment to handle them. The sheriff's department put that on Facebook. Guess what? That's what the driver told them. Now, why would he tell them that if it's not true? And then we're told later in a statement from Tulane, no. Third, they don't belong to us. Tulane, we're Tulane. Yeah, but they're not ours. They belong to who do they belong to? Third party. Third party, huh? Yep, third party. They're not infectious. What about your truck driver? He sure thought they were. JS290 says on YouTube, probably to Emory University in Atlanta. And then JS290, see, it's this kind of thing. Like, is this true? Or are you just doing a Halloween deal? He said the most of infected monkeys still on the loose. According to who? G Bama Boy said that he heard it was 6 monkeys loose. Gene says they were taking the monkeys from New Orleans to Florida. But Gene, I don't understand why they're in Jasper County, Mississippi. Wouldn't they have? I mean, why would they go? Why would they be there? If you're taking them to Florida. Well, we couldn't put them on well, never mind. Christian texted the show. Country Pleasing text line says those infected monkeys made national news. Well, yeah, they did. Jason in Flagstaff says regarding the monkeys being unfriendly, the report that they are unfriendly to humans. Jason said, if I had hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID, I'd be ticked off too. Millwood said they were supposedly headed to a facility in Florida. It doesn't make sense to me. Y'all, how could it possibly make sense? Pull up the map. Pull it up. Watch this. New Orleans, Louisiana to Florida. Pull up the map. You know what is from New Orleans to anywhere in Florida, period. You know what is entirely out of the way? Completely and utterly out of the way. Jasper County, Mississippi. That's what. Florida, my foot. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I don't believe this. Now, I know my record of not believing things that have popped up the last week is not good because I didn't believe they suspended that referee. I didn't believe that story. And then yesterday, I didn't believe this, that there was a truckload of monkeys loose on I-59. Turns out it is true. All right. State Grad 98 said, look up Scotty Ray report on Facebook. He's covering it on Facebook Live. So we've got a guy on the ground, Facebook Live, covering. What's he doing? Is he running through the woods looking for monkeys? Because if he is, I want to watch it. I'm going to take a break and watch it right now.
With the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down.
Patches O'Houlihan said, what? CDC in Atlanta? Think that's where they were going? Because, see, then you would go up to Meridian and get on 20, then, wouldn't you? And then you'd book it all the way over to Alabama and go hit whatever you hit and go to Atlanta that way. Now, RT texted in. He says, I wonder if the driver of the truck wore a big yellow hat. Papa Pat texted the show, and he said the Tulane Bromate Center is actually in Covington, Louisiana. The Primate Center. Okay. Yeah, but still, okay, the Florida part, no sense. It doesn't make sense. None. Bama fan is now backing the story up, something that I didn't think of. Need to know. Why did he crash? Have we gotten any report whatsoever as to why we crashed with a truckload of monkeys? Bama fan brings it up. How did he crash? And then I even said that. How many times have we reported on this? Nobody's asked that question. What caused you to turn over, sir? With a truckload of mean monkeys. CB95 says, now the kids in Jasper County are going to be scared to go trick-or-treating. One of the funnier things I saw, CB, was somebody had gotten AI to make them a picture of like the trail cam by a deer feeder. And then a bunch of monkeys out there, and one monkey's looking right into the camera like he's up right about an inch away looking out of the camera. CB95 said, as far as theories on the crash, CB95 says that he may have crashed because he was monkeying around. All right. I just need to know more. It ain't got a thing to do with sports, but this is by far the most important story today. Monkeys on the loose in Mississippi. Over to the Junction phone line. Fueled by Prince Oil Company. They've been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. On line one, it's Warren. Warren, thanks for calling. What's up?
Hey, Matt, I just want to know if you're going to live up to your promise.
Yes, Warren, I'm going to give him some. I am. I'm going to live up and send Beaver some Count Chocula.
Okay, I'm going to check back with him next week, see if he got it.
Okay. Sounds good.
And if he didn't get it, then you don't get your buyout as a football coach. You don't get paid nothing.
Well, and
Right.
thanks. Yeah, thank goodness it's just hypothetical, isn't it, Warren?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Appreciate the phone call.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. He's just checking up. Warren's checking up on me. I know I better get that thing in the mail. Today's what? Wednesday. Beef better be getting some Count Chocula. He better have Count Chocula in his bowl. Feet propped up on a coffee table watching Saturday morning cartoons. Or Warren is probably, likely, never going to let me hear the end of it. Well, turns out the monkey's story is real. Something's not adding up. Something's not adding up. We'll continue to piece this together and see about getting Beaver's opinion on the other side of the break. Here in the Bureau, as we get started on this Wednesday, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links, bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us. thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Y'all like coffee? I know you do. Check it out. Little High Point Roasters from New Albany, Mississippi. That is the breakfast blend. It's a whole bean. And if you notice, that's how much I've had already. Brazil Oberon. Not Ogeron or Orgeron, you LSU. No, Brazil Oberon. That ain't all. What we got there? What flavor is that? Papua New Guinea grade AA. Bring it on. High Point Roasters, New Albany, Mississippi. Roasted right there. That's whole bean. One more. I got more. Ah, tried and true. Magnolia blend.
We're live at the zone 1059.com.
I will allow this from Will on YouTube, who says maybe Ole Miss could change their mascot to the Monkeys. Maybe they need one, and this is real. Back with you. I'm in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau. Go with the home team. They are your home team. I missed him earlier. I think he might have been on the phone with Warren. I don't know that for a fact, but I did miss him earlier. Let me try again. Let me see if I can get Beaver in here. Whew, sorry about that. I mean, oops. I put that little bike bell just a little too close to the microphone. My bad. Come in, Beef. Come in, Beaver. Hey, turn his mic on. Ah, well. Swing and a miss. J-Rock on the Country Pleasing text line. It's kind of embarrassing. J-Rock on the Country Pleasing text line. A couple of the monkeys overpowered the driver, and they were driving the truck, and they're not very good at directions. Come on now. The monkeys were driving the truck, he said. Now, this is the real question. Like, in reality, all joking aside, this is the question right here from Bulldog, Mississippi on YouTube. Did they find all the monkeys? That's the question. I don't know. I honestly don't know if they found them all or not. Everything out there that's being reported on it is so, I don't know, loose. To use Beaver's word, loose. MSU 1980 says, man, I thought the exact same thing about why would the monkeys be transported up I-59 if they're taking them to Florida? You'd never go that direction. You'd take I-10 east from anywhere in Louisiana, pretty much, to get anywhere in Florida. Yeah, Eric, that's the one I'm talking about. He sent me that picture of the trail cam there. Is it real, Eric? I assumed it was an AI photo. It wasn't real, of the monkeys around the deer feeder. Grumpy said that he heard Tulane stated that they were going to Virginia. All right. Okay, Jared. Yes, I immediately thought of this. He says on Facebook, anybody remember a movie in the 90s called Outbreak? Yeah. Saw it once, would never go back and watch it again. He kind of freaked me out a little bit. This is a pretty good movie. But yeah, it all started with a monkey. It caused a big problem. Big problem. So Grumpy says that he had heard that Tulane stated that they were going to Virginia. Okay, it makes more sense if they're going to Virginia, not Florida. However, There are also reports. Again, it's just, you say reports, it's like all over the place out there in internet land that the monkeys had not been exposed to anything infectious. They weren't sick. And that Tulane was not consulted before they were destroyed. Well, okay. Philip texts the show. He says, on the monkeys, I thought that they outlawed testing on monkeys, but also I didn't see any biohazard placard or sticker on the trailer that was hauling the monkeys. If you're hauling around diseased monkeys, shouldn't you have a placard on there? Yeah, you should. So this whole story is crazy. I know there's a monkey sanctuary in North Louisiana off I-20. Old test monkeys. What? Wait a minute. You say we've got like a whole village of monkeys in Louisiana and it's old test monkeys just living out their days? Carlos texted and said he wants to know who came back to get the monkeys. Well, we're told that some folks from Tulane showed up at some point. The story that I read, this is one of the network. This one is, let's see, NBC News. Okay, so whatever. As far as the number of them, here you go. The sheriff's department did not specify how many monkeys, which it said weighed about 40 pounds each, were on board the truck. The department initially said that one of the animals was still missing, but in an update, they clarified that after officials from Tulane, quote, were able to get inside the truck and get a correct count. Wait. No. I misread this, y'all. Let me back up. Department initially said that one of the animals was still missing, but after officials from Tulane were able to get inside the truck and get a correct count, they determined 3 monkeys remain on the loose. That was, or is, the most recent story at NBC.com. Is this the live stream? Yeah, it is. It doesn't look like it's live right now, though. The guy said, use caution, monkeys on the loose on I-59. None of this adds up. Dog Tired in Florence said, I wonder if the one monkey on the loose is named Caesar, a la Planet of the Apes. Where's Charlton Heston when you need him? Patches says, now just wait for all the future Bigfoot sightings. RT says, maybe they were going to a I'm enjoying that. RT said, all these monkeys, maybe they were going to a Savannah Bananas game. Hey, boy. Truckload of monkeys headed to a Savannah Bananas game. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let me read this. I just got a text from the homecoming queen. Okay. And it does look like somebody has texted in with some real info. I'm going to get to that. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get tickled here. I got to read this. I got a text from the homecoming queen that says that she feels sorry for the monkeys. She has always loved monkeys. They are God's creatures. She also says the story doesn't seem to be adding up with the details, which I totally agree. She says, seems like something's not quite right in the reporting of any of this, which I agree. And she also says in the text that I should quit laughing at these monkeys, that it's not funny. And what she says is bless their hearts. That text on the country pleasing text line from my wife, the homecoming queen.
Hey, when did she join PETA?
Beaver says, when did she join PETA? I don't know. But I also, we've been married for 17 years, and today is the first time that I learned that she really does love monkeys. Hey, and Beaver, I even have a picture of her holding a monkey one time. It crawled all over her head and everything out at the Tupelo Buffalo Park. Beav, you got a take on any of this? You got a thought or a gut feeling on any of this?
Well, my overall thought now is anger at her statement. When there are monkeys allegedly out there with diseases and such that can hurt humans, sorry, they need to die. They need to die immediately. They weren't worth much to begin with. And if they got stuff that they can infect in humans and cause outbreak, and we certainly don't have a Dustin Hoffman or Rene Russo around here to take care of things, sorry for the monkeys.
Hey, Beaver, don't crush me for this. Okay, but part of your emotion behind what you just said is the fact that you saw the movie Outbreak and it did sort of have an effect on you back in the 90s.
Oh, it damaged me.
Me too.
While watching it, I can't, my skin was literally crawling. And every time I've seen it on TV since then, I can only watch small parts of it.
I refuse to watch it again, Beav. Once was enough for me. 100%. I know where you're coming from. You know, Beav, I don't think Annabeth has seen that movie.
Okay, well, show her that, and her tune's going to change.
And I think Old Tackle is right on YouTube, and I can't help it. He said monkeys are inherently funny. But RT said, hey, maybe this truckload of monkeys, we're going to see a Savannah Bananas game. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Junction Delis, convenience redefined, and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team now. As you know, if you listen to the radio show, I've been to the Junction in several different places around the state. I've bought gas just like you at a lot of places that are fueled by Prince Oil Company, and they are really wonderful people. By the way, that brand spanking new Junction Deli, Chevron, right across the highway from Germantown High School. It's in Canton, we say Gluckstadt. Do you realize they and other Junction Delis, they serve country pleasing sausage over there on the buffet? They don't get much better than that. The Junction and Prince Oil Company. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business. outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash, and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, mattwhyattmedia.com, email address matt@mattwhyattmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot. Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone.
You full on the Zone 105.9 and worldwide at the Zone1059.com.
Back with you, rolling along on this Wednesday. Nothing really too earth-shattering going on today, just monkeying around.
Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around.
Will comments on YouTube, and he said the homecoming queen is wrong. This is as funny as a barrel of monkeys. Said this, Denzel. Said it. Traveling from New Orleans to Florida on I-59 in Jasper County. Something doesn't make sense. And then somebody else said there was another report that said they were going to Virginia. Here's the deal, though. Like the quote unquote reporting and sources on this stuff is all over the place. All over the place. And Robbie, you're right. Robbie texted in and said, homecoming queen is never wrong. You know that, Matt. Well, yeah, but she's in there on the phone right now. She can't hear me. Speaking of the phone, the Junction phone line, fueled by Prince Oil Company. They've been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. You can call the show at 897-1059. Dog Tired on line 1. What's up, Dog Tired?
Oh man, I hate to break up the monkey talk.
Okay.
I'll send you a couple things. There was some nice monkey. I guess it was like a hotel or motel or whatever in Jackson 25, 30 years ago. But anyway, change the subject.
Okay.
The baseball last night. Did you guys see the Blue Jays?
They tied the series up, right? 2-2.
I know. Yeah. Shohei, man, I don't think they should have put him out there to pitch because it's been 40 days since he pitched, and then, man, he just looked rusty.
Yeah.
He got beat up pretty bad.
Well, okay, and I was looking at the schedule going forward. Like, they're playing every night right on into the weekend, aren't they?
That's right.
Yeah. So help me out here, Dog Tire, because I have not followed it really. Did they? So was there a break in between? Like, where did they start in Los Angeles? They're in Toronto. Like, how's this working? Why are they playing every single day without breaks in there?
Well, it's a 2-3-2, so three games in Los Angeles.
Okay.
So they got one more game there, but the Dodgers took one from the Blue Jays in Toronto, and then so they could have won if they won the three. They would have won on domestic soil.
Gotcha.
So if they're going to win it, it's going to be on foreign territory.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be it's going to kind of stink.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I think it was a publicity thing to try to let Shohei pitch yesterday.
Yeah.
But that was probably not their best. They could have put an actual starter because he hadn't pitched, but just 24 times or whatever it is over the last couple of years because he's had 2 Tommy John surgeries, so he's not. It's not like he's an everyday starter,
Sure. Hey, Denzel texted the show. He sent me a picture of this Davis Schneider who plays for the Blue Jays. Like,
right.
Standing there at first base. He's got the glasses on and the little mustache, And the caption was, Davis Schneider looks like a vice cop who's forced to bat in a World Series game due to messed up circumstances occurring while he's working undercover in a bad 90s movie I rented at Blockbuster. And look at the picture. He really does look that way.
I think I know. I do think I know who he's talking about. The same guy that took a swing at one of Shohei's pitches and then actually went down to one knee because he missed it so badly. It reminded me of myself in Little League. It was horrible. But oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess the one more night in Los Angeles, and then I guess the last 2 would be in Toronto. So
well, and you talk about a swing now. So if let's just say if Toronto were to win tonight and go up, 3-2, and then have 2 games at home to win a World Series, they would seem to have the advantage if they can win this one tonight.
That's correct. That is correct.
Appreciate it, Dog Tired. Hey, thank you for the call. Call me anytime.
Right on. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Somebody texted in and said, please go back to the monkey talk. PT for MSU texted the show. He said someone should try to capture one of those monkeys, train it to coon hunt like Jerry Clower and them. I mean, look. Go if you don't know that story, go back and listen to Jerry Clower tell that story. Jason in Flagstaff says, talking about the monkeys, if they weren't already diseased, they would have been if they'd gotten away and somebody's mama started feeding them along with 60 feral cats and assorted woodland critters, all eating out of the same bowl. True. Rio C texted in, said those monkeys were last spotted at the Roses in Pearl, eating chiclets and flaming hot Doritos. Annabeth would be so disappointed in me because I can't stop laughing at this. I'm not laughing at their demise. Just the whole story. 1, it's bonkers. 2, it doesn't add up. 3, funny. Millwood, okay, listen. He says it seems like somebody's trying to cover their tails. That's what I'm saying. Like if you Google that story, here's what you get. Like major news sources, local news sources, everything. Yesterday, headlines like truckload of aggressive research monkeys escape after truck crashes in Mississippi. Also, escaped monkeys destroyed after Mississippi police are mistakenly told they're infectious. Monkeys escaped from overturned truck. 4 hours ago, Local news source from Jackson, Mississippi. Listen to this headline. Number of escaped monkeys still missing rises to 3 in Jasper County truck crash. That's 4 hours ago. Jackson. Okay, like I said. This was the one from yesterday. The driver of the truck told local law enforcement that the monkeys were dangerous and posed a threat to humans. We took the appropriate actions after being given that information from the person transporting the monkeys. The vehicle's driver told the deputies that the primates posed a threat to humans. They were aggressive. They had hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID. They would require personal protective equipment to handle it. The driver said that. Doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Unnamed texter. You got to be careful. Listen to this. Okay, here we go. Hold on to your hat. Good afternoon, Matt. What happened is the monkeys were a part of a medical procedure that gave them superior intelligence. Going to a top secret facility to be destroyed, but they used their big brains and wrecked the truck. The drivers understood the assignment, made up the story about them being infected so that the authorities would search and destroy them. But one got away. Now he's out for revenge. On Halloween night. Happy Halloween. He said, Happy Halloween. My man is a writer. Whoever you are, you got a great imagination. J-Rock. J-Rock sent me a picture of a orangutan driving a car. Robbie texted the show. Oh, yeah, the Homecoming Queen. He also wanted some Sonic Boom. We're going to get that later, coming back to it, I promise. Somebody wanted us to get off baseball and go back to the monkeys. We've done it. Bama fan said, I want to know how fast they can travel, how many miles in a day they might be in Jackson right now. Yeah. How far, how fast can a monkey travel? Real unnamed texter. He went in on baseball, and everybody else came back in here on the monkey stuff. I honestly don't know what. I just know that never seen anything quite like this. 4 hours ago, they say 3 are on the loose. This I know. It's deer season. Man. All right, hour 1 in the books on this Wednesday. A wild Wednesday around here. Hour 2 coming up. Staying connected to you because of C Spire, the #1 network in Mississippi. C Spire, customer inspired. Back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille, it's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple Bun size, 3 links, bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Welcome to my photography studio downtown Tupelo. Everybody needs a headshot, especially if you're in the professional world, in sales, any sort of customer related business, outreach business, anything like that. Everybody needs a headshot. Here at my photography studio in Tupelo, we do a lot more than just headshots, but we're kind of focusing on headshots for that very reason, because everybody needs it. Let me show you a little something about it. One thing I'm able to do here is sort of have 2 to 3 different looks in a small space that we can do in a short amount of time. Several different looks and styles of lighting with studio equipment, studio lighting. Some with flash, and a particular look that I've worked on, a constant lighting scenario where you sit down, the lights are already on, you lean in, and we kind of illuminate the whole face. And we get several options in the studio in a short amount of time. Here's 2 priorities for me when I shoot headshots. One is it has to look like you. Okay, none of this fake stuff. The other goal is it's got to look like you at your best. And that's my job as a photographer. And I've got a lot of experience over the years, and I feel really confident I can do that for you. I would love to schedule a session for you here at the studio in downtown Tupelo. I'm above the Reed's Gift Shop, just off of Troy Street, the corner of Troy and Spring. If you can't get to Tupelo, that's okay. Let's talk about it, because we can pack the studio up and come to you if the schedules fit and that sort of thing. I'd love to help you with your headshots. I think everybody needs them. I'm inviting you to please email me, reach out. You can go to my website, matt@whyatmedia.com, email address matt@whyatmedia.com, and let's talk about your headshot.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi, local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Most people in radio commercials talk really fast. But we made this one for RV owners. Progressive knows they like the slower pace of RV life, like this commercial. And they know Progressive will protect their RV at a fair price with discounts. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. In-store only. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
WRKS Fitness Jackson.
We are good to go.
With more of the Matt Wire Show coming to you direct and live at the Zone 105.9 and worldwide.
Now, here we go.
At the Zone 105.9.com.
Back with you. Here we go. Hour number 2 off and running. I'm Matt in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau Insurance, go with the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau Insurance all across the great state of Mississippi. We've had multiple requests for the Sonic Boom here today. You asked for it, you got it. Now, you can text, you can call, you can comment on the live stream. We're going to pick it up there. We got headlines coming up in just a bit. Little sports for you in hour 2. See what happens. So get on in here. Text me on the Country Pleasing text line, 885-3776. 885-3776. The Junction phone line at 897-1059. Call me up. Let her rip, Tater Chip. All right. Now, where do we go from here? It's just a hard transition over to sports. Sure. Man, we do have games coming up tomorrow, on the weekend, road trip for state. Let's get into it. Headline.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world.
Good evening, and welcome to Eyewitness News.
Here's what's making news.
Headlines on the show brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Illuminate Bank right here in Mississippi. Anything mortgage related, buying, refinancing, whatever. Places like here in the metro, also, Tupelo to Memphis, Starkville, Oxford, all points in between. Anything mortgage related, go there. MortgageManMS.com. That's MortgageManMS.com. Headline number 1, a truckload of aggressive monkeys. I'm kidding. We did that one already. Headline number 1, the NCAA is delaying a rule change that would let athletes and staff in athletics departments bet on professional sports, gamble. Yesterday, the Division I board, they pushed back the effective date of this change, allowing the kids and the staff to bet on pro sport. They pushed it back from November the 1st until November 22nd, one day after the close of a membership rescission period. I don't even know what that means. But I know that part of this has to do with the fact that SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey sent a note to Charlie Baker, the NCAA president, over the weekend expressing concerns about that rule change. We talked about it last week, or was it earlier this week? I don't remember. It's all running together. But right about the time that you had the NBA people getting popped and arrested and the whole gambling deal, a story came out like on the same day. Hey, the NCAA is going to allow its players and its staff members to bet on pro sports beginning November 1st. Greg Sankey said, hey, this is a bad idea. Sankey wrote to the NCAA and said, on behalf of our universities, I want to urge action by the Division I Board of Directors to rescind this change and reaffirm the association's commitment to maintaining strong national standards that keep collegiate participants separated from sports wagering activity at every level. On and on it went. You can read more about it. But they pushed back the date that thing would go into effect. It was November 1st. You could do it. They're going to say November 22nd and see maybe, what happens between now and then. And then for all the NBA fans out there, Here's a story. Michael Jordan, the GOAT himself, criticizes load management in the current NBA. Jordan addressed the topic of them missing games in a segment on TV that aired last night between games of a doubleheader on NBC. The guy interviewing was Mike Tirico. And he asked what he thought about the notion of load management, and Jordan didn't hold back. Quote from Michael Jordan. Well, it shouldn't be needed first and foremost. You know, he said, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like the fans are there, that they watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on the top who probably worked his tail off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket. On and on, you can read more about it, but heavily criticized load management. Pro athletes, load management. I'm tired, and I don't feel like playing today. And those are your headlines brought to you by the Mortgage Man Group, powered by Luminate Bank right here in Mississippi. Find them online at mortgagemanms.com, mortgagemanms.com. Jake from Yazoo texted the show, Country Pleasing text line. He said, real talk, Fairgrounds Racetrack in New Orleans almost missed a year due to horse herpes spread. Now monkeys with herpes on the North Shore. Unreal. What are you saying, Jake? What are you saying? Old Tackle says on YouTube, when I was a kid, we had a guy in town who rode around on a big gold wing motorcycle with a monkey on the back. Really? You had a pet monkey ride a motorcycle? We just can't get away from it, can we? Talking about the fact that it's bow season right now. Bama fan said some guys are going to be out deer hunting in Jasper County, up in the tree stand. All of a sudden, something's going to jump up in his face, land on his head. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Uncle D, I got your text there. I tell you, y'all are funny. He sent me a picture like selfie driving a car, and in the back seat on the third row, you get that one of those monkeys sitting back there. He picked one up. Unnamed texter said herpes, Hep C, and COVID had a rough weekend in Vegas. Whew. I mean, I promise you, I don't know what to do about this. I know it's supposed to be a sports show. I think our guy got us earlier, Beaver. The one who always does that got us earlier. He's an unnamed texter. Great quote unquote sports show with an exclamation point. My man, he's consistent. And I'm sorry. I mean, really, if you tune in here on the zone from 12 to 2 live in the middle of the day, and your desire is to hear wall-to-wall, football talk with maybe a little pro baseball mixed in on a Wednesday. Nothing wrong with that. Just I apologize that I can't deliver that to you. Not today, anyway. More bullies text on the Country Pleasing text line. He is back. I told you he's back from suspension. He said those monkeys were heading to the Jackson Zoo. They can't afford healthy animals. See, that's what I'm saying, Will. He said, I guess the audience just keeps giving you good material. Earl and Madison, people have gone crazy with his AI pictures. You got the cab of a vehicle here with one of those monkeys sitting on the front seat here. And then the caption says, is anyone missing a cat? Pick this one up outside of Hattiesburg. He broke my glasses before I could see if he had his name tag on. He's kind of got an attitude. Yeah.
Good one. Keep them coming. NWR Mike. You know, and Mike, I may have asked you this before, but what does NWR stand for? NWR Mike says, this sounds more like the Chris Brooks show. I mean, really, it does. And that's probably a good thing. Maybe a good thing. It is what it is, man. Look, you know, Mike, here's the thing. Okay. I'm a state guy. I go to the state games because I work them. Those are the games I see. That's my team. And it's not going too well. Okay. It's not going too well. Didn't watch a lot of the other games. Could talk about them, but it would be what? Sort of just on the perimeter because I didn't see a lot of the other games. I don't have time for it. Now, on top of all that, an 18-wheeler has turned over full of monkeys. True story. And I just say, here we are. Like, I don't know what else to do about it. I think NWR Mike actually, okay, Northwest Rankin, got it. Maybe. I think NWR Mike understands. He says, I feel your pain. I'm right there with you. You know what I'm saying? Boomer Sooner texted the show, said, hey, Matt, has the wildlife department come up with a hunting season for those yet? Well, if they don't catch those 3, depending on he or she, who knows? We may have a whole population before it's all said and done. All right. Over to the Junction phone line. Hit the horn. The all-new Junction phone line. Junction delis all across the state of Mississippi. Fueled by Prince Oil Company. They've been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. He is back. Back from a suspension. Officially now because he's on the Junction phone line. It is More Bully. Welcome back, More Bully.
Thank you, Matt. It's me. It's me. It's the MRRE.
It sure is.
May your peace be done. May your peace be done. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Thank you, sir. Don't go dressed up as Halloween as a monkey.
Man, it's so tempting.
That's the worst thing you could do right now. And now, the way this wind's blowing at 17 with gusts of like 23, those 3 monkeys are probably flying around in the sky right now.
Think so? Yeah, but it said they weigh 40 pounds each.
Well, that wind can take them. You've seen The Wizard of Oz.
Hey, but listen to this, More Bully, no joke. I was talking to her about this whole thing of, you know, like she said, she feels sorry for the monkeys. I need to quit laughing at them. And she's always liked monkeys. But she did tell me that, like, the only monkeys she doesn't like are those flying monkeys on The Wizard of Oz. She did tell me that.
There you go. Yep. They're scary. They sure are. Well, what you think about our chances this weekend?
Oh, I think you got a good chance. You know, it's one of those where, you know, if your defense plays a full 4 quarters the way it's capable of, you might be able to limit them more than they can limit you. So, I mean, there's a chance for sure to go up there and score enough points to win. But it is going to take, you know, a really good day offensively, I think. Because I think Arkansas's offense is pretty good.
We just don't win over there.
Yeah, I know it's rare. I mean, maybe they have one there. Man, I think the last time I went there, was one of the ugliest football games I've ever watched. I think it was that 7-6 deal or something.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a Chrome score.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of like one of those kind of games.
Well, I'm still rooting hard. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, for sure.
If we can get this one and get one more somewhere, has to be Ole Miss, I guess.
Reckon?
We'll see how it shakes out. I'm still not on the bandwagon to fire the coach, though.
Well, and there's no point in being on that because it ain't happening. I'm just telling you, it's not even it's not even in the cards. It's not even something that is.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just not even remotely in reality any sort of possibility. It's amazing to me how many people will even discuss it, and it all the while it being a complete waste of time to discuss it.
Well, I think in the grand scheme of things for basketball fans, I believe it opens up on the 4th, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, right around the corner.
Yeah. And then we got baseball right around the corner. So
yep.
Just relax, people. Matt, I got to go.
See ya. More Bullies said, relax, people. Relax. Was that song? Jason in Flagstaff says, yeah, what kind of monkeys? It said rhesus monkeys. Reese's, not like Reese's Pieces, but, well, spelled differently. What kind of monkeys? Those cute little capuchins are those big ugly ones that throw at people at the zoo. I don't think it's the big ugly ones. I don't know. I don't take my word for it. Somebody said, I'm not saying More Bullies wrong. They probably came from the Jackson Zoo. J-Rock said, hey, Matt, will the homecoming queen be getting a pet monkey for Christmas this year? Absolutely not. No. Real C says, we state fans needed the great, quote, monkey invasion of 2025 to distract our attention from reality. Well, yeah. I mean, it's fine with me. It's just, I can't think of anything else more important than a truck full of monkeys spilling out on I-59. I'm serious. What? We're going to have are y'all telling me hey, get back to sports people. Are you telling me we're going to have an 18-wheeler full of monkeys loose after a wreck on I-59? The driver tells law enforcement that they're dangerous and infected. That sort of just goes away. There's 3 on the loose. It was 1. Now it's 3. They belong to Tulane. Tulane goes, they're not ours. Third party. One says they're going to Florida. One says they're going to all this. And we're going to sit here and talk football for 2 hours. Delta Tide fan says, one of my granddad's friends was a Navy airplane mechanic stationed in the Philippines in World War II. And he told us a story one time about a pet monkey that his company had, that at least once a week they would get that monkey drunk on beer and it would act crazy. Gum. I mean, I guess if you're stuck over there, entertain yourself somehow. Huh? MSU 1980 says, Matt, when I was a little kid, I would have a recurring dream of a man driving through our neighborhood with a monkey with him, and he was stealing the kids' bikes. I hadn't liked monkeys ever since. How about that? Just a dream. All right, rhesus monkey. Indo-Chinese rhesus macaque. The Indo-Chinese, this is what it was. The Indo-Chinese rhesus macaque is an old world monkey with a large native range across South and Southeast Asia. Look that up. Rhesus macaque. RT. Careful. He said, Matt, you start laughing about a guy getting monkeys drunk and Annabeth's going to kill you. Beaver immediately piped up and goes, when she joined PETA. Will goes, hey, I'm with you, Will. Will on YouTube goes, man, it really is Halloween, isn't it? He said, last year, Ole Miss had the squirrel running out on the field. What do you think the odds are if some monkey goes running around Vaught-Hemingway Field with the Rebels play the Gamecocks on Saturday? Listen. You really want to tie a nice bow on this story? turn one of those loose, yeah. Let them run across the field there. Okay, Jason, in regards to what I said, if they're saying that 3 of these monkeys are loose in Mississippi right now, that was a story from 4 hours ago, that now the number that they're saying is loose is 3. Okay, well, if depending on she, you just never know. They're 40 pounds each. It might be hard for them to hide. But anyway, there's some remote areas in Jasper County. And Jason says, that's true. There's a population of monkeys in Florida right now. Okay. Beaver, I don't know if you can hear this, but our stick to sports guy earlier sarcastically said, great sports show. Sports in quotations, all caps. Great sports show. This is the Monkey Show of 2025. And to my comment just a minute ago, when I said, what do you expect? Here on a Wednesday, I said, and we got a truckload of monkeys that's overturned. 3 of them are loose in Mississippi, not far from here. And you expect me to sit here and talk about college football for 2 hours? He responded, yes. Well, no, I can't do it. And almost, listening to the rebellious nature, it almost makes me defy doing it now, that there are people who even take that approach. I'm like, no, watch this. So I hate to say it, but it's all monkeys going forward. Here in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Stick around.
This is Jake Mangum, former Mississippi State Bulldog. I can tell you first.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, Matt Wyatt here. Each week on the Mississippi Outdoors Podcast, we talk with the people who live it. Hunters, biologists, game wardens, local celebrities, and storytellers that know Mississippi better than anyone.
Those bass come up there and attack them. You know how mean bass can be there.
You're never going to believe this. Matt Wyatt just talked about your deer on the radio. I said, what did he say? He said, it was Photoshopped. And I said, what?
They don't know anything about hunting. They just have never had that right, that freedom.
Dude, that's us, man. That's what we do. So tune in. Be inspired, and we'll see you outdoors.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah. Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille. It's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links, bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. The Junction Deli's convenience redefined, and Prince Oil Company, a match made in heaven. The Junction Deli, fueled by Prince Oil Company. Prince Oil Company has been fueling Central Mississippi since 1960. It's a pretty good little while. Wonderful people. Man, am I ever more tickled that they're a part of the show and I'm a part of their team.
Worldwide at thezone1059.com.
Back with you. I'm Matt. In the Bureau, the Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Farm Bureau, go with the home team. They are your home team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Ernest T's trying to make it sports. He said, sports-related text. Infectious monkey to interview for the LSU head coaching position. Robbie says to someone who wants us to never mention things like monkeys and bats and always do 2 hours of college football, says he can get lost. Patches texts the show and it says, deer season is very close. Can you imagine you're up in a tree stand, here comes a monkey? Yeah, I mean, it's just, total surprise. Jason in Flagstaff said, so it is the type of monkeys that spread all manner of diseases in Asia. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to take your word for it. Don't know that, but that's the kind it is. Airborne dog, they've gotten AI to make it as though WTOK was interviewing one of the monkeys. I'm going to have to watch that later. Okay, yeah. He said, BJ Mackey and My Best Friend Bear, a series from 79 to 81 about a monkey, a truck driver, and an 18-wheeler. Now I'm feeling nostalgic. Yeah, seems like I remember that. Saw it, caught wind of it, something. And then Jason says, stick to sports guy needs to take a short hop off a tall mountain. I want to hear about monkeys. Someone teach them how to bass fish. It's Wildlife Wednesday anyway. Well, today it certainly is. And it's never been more wild. And I would imagine my friends at Wildlife Fisheries and Parks either are involved or have had to get involved in some kind of way. I would imagine that they have. Let me try it again. I'm going to see if Beaver's still awake before I completely put him to sleep at this point. Come in, Beaver.
I'm here.
So he did it. He did the come in, Beaver. 10-4. Beav, thoughts and opinions. I heard from you briefly on this. Accuse Annabeth of joining PETA. But overall, I guess two things overall. The story itself, thoughts on it. Secondly, thoughts on the fact that we're an hour and a half into monkey talk today on a Wednesday.
Yeah. So yesterday, this was odd to begin with. I questioned a little bit to begin with because I started hearing this story yesterday afternoon. I guess it was around 2. I don't think I started hearing it right after your show.
Yeah.
And then by 3 o'clock when Jake's show started and he was talking about it, and those were the reports, all but one has been captured. And I immediately started thinking, how did you get there so fast? Okay, and now fast forward, and just like you've said, we've got differing reports. Well, there's one left. No, now there's 3. Oh, someone said there were 6.
Right. Yep.
So, what are we to believe?
Okay, and even Anna Beth admitted that. She said the reporting on this has just been weird, and all over the place.
Yeah, because like I said yesterday, they already said, 1. Well, then you look into some report earlier, or someone texted in, or someone said that you would need whoever was in charge of getting these things, you kind of need like protective gear and stuff. So A1, how did the appropriate officials respond so quick? If they did indeed need any of that, how'd they get all that so quick?
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine there are just people standing by in Jasper County with hazmat suits or whatever you need.
See, Beav, here's the thing that I can't reconcile with. The driver of the truck told law enforcement that they were dangerous, not really friendly to humans, and some of them had diseases, and that they needed to have on proper equipment to handle them. Beav, why would the driver of the truck say that if it weren't true?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, the driver of the truck also, there's a question, like if you wreck the truck and there's all kinds of monkeys around the truck, then you can't get out of the truck. But how are you walking around perfectly fine talking to these reporters and such? There's so many questions about how all this set up.
Right. And then, okay, Bieber, you can find it in every story about it. The reporting says that this is connected to Tulane University in New Orleans. Tulane's statement last night, they're not ours, third party. Didn't even say who they do belong to or where exactly they are going. Just simply said, quote, unquote, third party. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
It's all very mysterious.
Beav, it doesn't add up. So Jake talked about this yesterday on his show?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, see, because Jake's usually all sports. It just shows you it was a big story yesterday. Right? But the update today is that now, like that was one major news source 4 hours ago, probably going on 5 hours ago now in Jackson, said, nah, there's 3 of them are loose. Whole thing's weird to me. Beav, on the subject of an hour and a half of monkey talk on this show, how do you feel about that?
It feels a little much. Felt a little much at 12:40.
Okay.
To be honest, I remember looking at the clock, but hey, here we are. You might as well keep going because we've only got 4 minutes in this segment and then one quick segment left after that, and I will be furious
if we switch.
If you switch now because of the one texter who wants you to.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to take more than that. Well, and like we can always comedically sort of cross the streams here. Like Airborne Dog texted in. He said, I'm telling you, Ole Miss set this whole thing up just to get the focus off of Lane Kiffin. Now, see what we've done there?
Sports.
Yeah. And monkeys.
There you go. You filled your quota. So whoever the mystery texter is, enjoy. You just got your sports talk.
And we can only hope, Beaver, that he runs to a message board somewhere online and goes, hey, Matt Wyatt in Mississippi said that Ole Miss set this up just to take the focus off of Lane Kiffin. That's what we can hope for now. You know, and as stupid as that is, the sad fact of the matter, though, is, Beaver, is if you run to a message board with that, someone will believe it.
Yes, they will.
Probably someone who votes. Okay. Perspective there for us all. So here we are. Beav said it best. Here we are. Dog Tired in Florence says, a flight attendant asked my buddy if he was a member of PETA. He said yes, and it stood for People Eating Tasty Animals. And she was appalled. Real C says, speaking of Mr. Wimberly, we've all been marked safe from hearing what? BOE this football season? Eat Dirt Brandon. What does that stand for? I'll need some help.
Oh, that's their stupid thing they did. Brandon over everyone.
Oh, really? So wait a minute. Would they say the words or would they just say BOE?
BOE.
Okay.
That's our battle cry.
BOE.
Brandon over everyone except for 4 of the 7 opponents we've played so far this year.
Yeah, but you're not biased in any way, Beef. You're just from Pearl. That's all. Hey, I do want to say congrats to my former teammate at State, Eugene Clinton, who's the new interim coach there at Brandon High School. And Eugene is a fantastic person and was a great teammate and a really good football player, made some big plays in his career. And I'm really happy for him. BOE says. Jason in Flagstaff said, does need, quote, proper equipment to go, what, Rick Grimes on Monkeys, best day of those cops' lives? Yeah, proper equipment. But see, that's the thing about it. The driver told him that. I can't make all that add up. I know this. I know what it is. It is a big deal. It's a big deal. Okay. This is a big deal. I also know there's just got to be more to it than we know. All right. A little bit of time left with you when we come back here in the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio. Back after this.
We'll be right back.
Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. Local agents in all 82 counties. So here's what that means. You have that fender bender, hopefully you don't, but let's say you do at an odd time. Something goes on. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. You don't have to wait until Monday morning to call some 800 number and talk to someone 3 states away. You've got your agent's phone number right there on your phone because you go to church with him. Your kids go to school together. He lives right down the road. You see each other at the ball games on Friday nights. So it's personal with your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in all 82 counties in this entire state. And if anything does arise and you need to, run it up the chain or up the flagpole, the home offices for Farm Bureau Insurance are in Jackson, Mississippi. It's right here in the state of Mississippi. It doesn't get more local than and personal, the service that you get with Farm Bureau Insurance in Mississippi. I can't recommend them highly enough. And if you haven't, recently, let them give you a quote. Home, life, auto. It's Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, look at what we have here. Christmas come early. Boom. Little green onion country pleasing. That's not all. Little original smoked sausage flavor. That's not all. Jalapeno and cheddar. It has to be one of my favorite, just judging by how much of that stuff I eat. Oh, can't forget. Andouille. Don't be saying andouille. It's andouille. And last, but not least, pork and pineapple. Bun size, 3 links bun size. Look at that right there. Be careful. Come on with it. It's mine. Come here, jalapeno. Oh, that's all mine. Country pleasing sausage. We'll be right back after this message from C Spire. My name is Matt Wyatt. I host the Matt Wyatt radio show out of my home using C Spire fiber.
And when we hit the road as a family, Matt's show goes with us, thanks to C Spire Wireless.
Its ultra-reliable nationwide network lets me broadcast live from anywhere.
And never miss a moment that matters.
Connecting you to what inspires you most on C Spire's blazing fast 5G network. And right now, get your choice of free phone. That's customer inspired. That's C Spire.
Y'all like coffee? I know you do. Check it out. Little High Point Roasters from New Albany, Mississippi. That is the breakfast blend. It's a whole bean. And if you notice, that's how much I've had already. Brazil Oberon. Not Orgeron or Orgeron, you LSU. No, Brazil Oberon. That ain't all. What we got there? What flavor is that? Papua New Guinea grade AA. Bring it on. High Point Roasters, New Albany, Mississippi. Roast it right there. That's whole bean. One more. I got more.
You're going to hear about them all and get to talk about it with Matt Wyatt right here, right now on the Zone 105.9 and worldwide at thezone1059.com.
Back with you. I'm Matt. In the Bureau, the Farm Bureau Insurance Studio, Farm Bureau, go with the home team. Let's see. First up, happy birthday today, October 29th. Happy birthday to the late, great Bob Ross.
Hi, I'm Bob Ross, and for the next 13 weeks, I'll be your host as we experience the joy of painting.
Happy little trees. He had a pet squirrel. The great Bob Ross. I still fully intend to watch the Bob Ross documentary that y'all have told me about, how his families have kind of robbed all the rights away from his intentions and stuff. But anyway, yeah, Bob Ross was born on this day in 1942, passed away in 95. All those years painting on public television, the joy of painting. He'd make anybody feel like they could paint. And then you'd buy the kit and get it and sit down and try, and you look at it and, you know, you're like, his painting looks like a mountain scene. Mine looks like a big blob of ice cream. Happy birthday, Bob Ross. Also, on this day, let's see, I think it was it Monday Night Football or was it a Sunday? I think it was on Monday Night Football when this happened, I believe. I may be wrong though. But on this day in 1995, Jerry Rice of the San Francisco 49ers became the NFL's career leader in receiving yards. It happened for Jerry Rice on this day in 95, where he passed whoever was next on the list. And at that time in 95, when he went to number one, Jerry Rice had 14,040 receiving yards. Number one, all time at that time, 95. But Jerry Rice played for a bunch more years, as you know, and finished with 22,895 yards. So think about this. He went into first place on the receiving yards list with just over 14,000 yards. He had 8,000 more receiving yards after that, after he broke the record. It's ridiculous. And so that was then. And right now, so he's still in first place in all-time career receiving yards by a large margin. He is the only player in NFL history to have over 20,000 receiving yards in his career. He's at 22,895. Number 2 on the all-time receiving yardage list is Larry Fitzgerald, 17,492. Number 3 is Terrell Owens at 15,934. Number 4, Randy Moss. Number 5, Isaac Bruce, both of them a little over 15,000 receiving yards. On the list, so let's see here. He passed who? Who would he have passed at that time back then? But anyway, if I'm looking at this right, active players, DeAndre Hopkins is on the list at number 19. He's got a little over 13,000 yards. 22 is Mike Evans, 12,824. 25 is Travis Kelce. 20, these are active players on the receiving yards list. 29, Devontae Adams. 36, Keenan Allen. 41, Tyreek Hill. 44, Stephon Diggs. Cooks is way down there at number 64. Anyway, so, put all that in perspective. Jerry Rice at 22,895 yards. He's got over 5,000 yards more than the player in second place all time. It's just hard to imagine anybody ever catching him. And again, like I said, you look at active players. Well, there's Hopkins with 13,000. There's Evans with 12. They'd have to have 10,000 more receiving yards just to, to get in his ballpark. Just incredible what Jerry Rice did. And, we didn't need a stats list to point that out, but it happened on initially breaking the record and going into number 1 was when he hit a little over 14,000 back in 1995. And then he just kept going and going and going and going. And I've said this before. You can go to anywhere that there are sports fans, okay, in any part of the country, any stadium, any sports bar, any workplace where there are sports fans, in any part of the country. And you can start up conversations about the greatest all time at different positions. And if you say the greatest all-time running back, well, you got all these players and there's a big argument. Who's the greatest quarterback of all time? Well, it's pretty much Brady, but still there's arguments and there's different things you'll talk about and teams and, and all this kind of stuff. Different positions. You can't find anyone that will argue with you when you say the greatest receiver of all time is Jerry Rice. And it doesn't matter where you go, what venue or what part of the country, sports fans will not argue it because everybody will go, yep. Greatest receiver ever is Jerry Rice, hands down, not close. Now think about that for a minute. Tip of the cap, Jerry Rice. A truly nice individual. He treats everybody the same. From Crawford, Mississippi. Somebody texted in and said, I could be wrong, but I think Jerry Rice broke Steve Largent's record at the time. I think you're right about that. Let's look at that. So where was Largent? Largent was, I lost my link. Where'd it go? He was at 13,000. Here it is. It just went away. Site cannot be reached. Come on, bring it back. Well, anyway, he was at 13,000 and something yards. And so that's right. He would have, and I think Largent is, to put that in again into perspective. So if Jerry Rice broke Steve Largent's record on this day in 95, it put Rice at number 1, Largent number 2. Right now, today, Rice is number 1, Largent is number 20. How about that? Also, cat lovers, today is National Cat Day. Be sure to take a picture of your cat and post it. Happy National Cat Day. And just like that, somebody just had the idea, and the light bulb just went off as soon as I said that, to get that picture of a monkey and post it and say, Happy National Cat Day. Guarantee somebody thought of that just now. Any updates on the story? I don't think there are. I don't know that there are any updates on the story. And no, look, I'm not going to come back on a Thursday. We will not have a full hour and a half or hour and 45 of monkey talk tomorrow. There'll be all kinds of new stuff tomorrow for sure. For sure. Thursday night football. Well, shoot, you don't have to wait till tomorrow. You're going to have tonight, if you want to watch college football tonight, on the Deuce, you got Jacksonville State at Middle Tennessee. You get FIU and Missouri State. Tomorrow night, Coach Huff's old team, Marshall and Coastal Carolina, tomorrow night. And then on the big acronym, you get Tulane and UTSA. Now listen, Tulane University on TV tomorrow night playing Texas, San Antonio. Tulane's 3-0 in the American Conference. Nationally televised game, 6:30 on the acronym. And I'm just telling you, with the propension that they have to do crazy stuff in the course of a football broadcast and not just cover the game, guarantee you the Monkeys make it into that ball game broadcast tomorrow night when Tulane plays UTSA. Guaranteed. It'll be in there. I'm not telling you to watch. I'm just saying that it will be in there. And then maybe tomorrow or Friday we need to get it tomorrow because Friday's a travel day for me. But we need to get Rooster will give us his lock. He said he's been perfect. State goes to Arkansas this weekend. Texas and Vandy. Beginning of the year, who would have thought that in Austin on November 1st that Vandy would be a much higher ranked and highly thought of team than Texas? Who would have thought that? Get Georgia, Florida this weekend. Tennessee, Oklahoma. So we'll go over all that tomorrow, make some picks and write it down and stick to it and see how we do. But that's it for today. For Beaver, I'm Matt in the Bureau. The Farm Bureau Insurance Studio, Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team. See you tomorrow.